Hello and welcome to this new lecture about SMT. SMT stands in short for Smart Money Time. And now you're wondering, where do we use SMT for? SMT can be useful in many ways because SMT tells us when we're likely going to form a reversal. Right here you see a previous cycle high formed on the left and on the right. We then wait for a new time cycle to open up. The time cycle opens high and purges the previous cycle high on the right example. But on the example on the left, it does not. This is what we call SMT, a cracking correlation between two correlated markets. Bullish, it's the same thing. Previous cycle low, new time cycle, open low. Here we purge it, and on the left we do not. That is the form of bullish SMT. SMT signals if we are manipulating or distributing. For this, I need to know and understand the higher time frame order flow. And what do I mean with that? Well, if I'm going to refer to this little schematic right here, you can see we have an engineered high right here. This is our drawn liquidity for the week. We see price drops lower, comes back up, and we find support inside this BISI right here. What do I see? I have a low formed right in advance of that BISI, a previous day low. Market runs up. And then what you will see is that there will be forming SMT right here on this swing high. And now you're going to think, okay, that means we're now going to be bearish. Nope. That SMT is going to be utilized to manipulate into your point of interest. And from that point of interest on, you know, because the order flow is bullish, we're in a buy program, expansion. So expansion, retracement, expansion, same as here, expansion, retracement, expansion. You're in a buy program. That means that any SMT against your higher time frame institutional order flow is used for manipulation until your drawn liquidity is met. So once price trades into this BISI right here, sets up daily SMT, I know, okay, we formed SMT on the low. Now we're going to expand back to my engineered liquidity. So this is the manipulation side of the curve, and now SMT is signaling to us, okay, manipulation is over. We're now going to distribute into the direction of the liquidity. Now we're going to go back to the lower time frame. So this is the higher time frame. Keep this in mind. This is this schematic. SMT signals when the left side of the curve is finishing and the right side is ready to unfold. This means that if this is the manipulation curve, the manipulation side of the curve, and we see that daily SMT come in play, what is in line with our higher time frame order flow, we now know, okay, manipulation is ending, distribution is starting. SMT signals what the size of the move will be. And I think for some of you this will be a new concept because it's not spoken about a lot. But let's say, this is also in correlation with time cycles, if you purge a previous day low, you get daily SMT. That daily SMT fuels the market and gives enough power to run towards the previous day high. So let's say you have an Asia SMT and Asia high isn't, let's say Asia high isn't taken, and you get an Asia SMT on the low. Then you can expect to run Asia high as target. Because then, once that's happened, the SMT has completed its job. And then when we look further into SMT, SMT is only valid after CSD. Because if you do not get a change in state of delivery, it's just going to be used for manipulation to set up another leg higher or lower. And then where do we want to see SMT form? We want to see SMT form after the purge of a time-based liquidity pool or inside a point of interest. Like you saw on the schematic on the left, price runs up, engineers high, engineer liquidity, retraces lower into my point of interest, engineer low in advance of my point of interest, purchase it, and then runs up. That's what's happening right here. Then of course, when we see, okay, we have this daily SMT down here. Now you have a change in the state of delivery. So this SMT gets validated once we have a change in the state of delivery. So market structure shift. And what I want you guys to understand, right, is this is all fractal. So that means that this can be a yearly chart, an hourly chart, or even a 1 minute chart. If I see SMT, so I know that once the market is manipulating, it's going in a short-term sell program. Let's say you want to align yourself with that sell program. You're going to see a high SMT form on this high right here. That's going to be used to distribute lower or manipulate in this instance. So every SMT what occurs on these swings high in these SIBIs, we know is used to distribute lower. And this all signals the end of manipulation because this side is now in a sell. So if price retraces, manipulates up, that SMT what forms right here is signaling to us, hey, we're going to continue lower again and set up a new leg to run lower. But why do you think it's forming these swing highs? It's forming these because it's actually engineering liquidity to attack in a later point in time. So every swing high is being used for the purpose of engineering liquidity. So that price, once it turns around, can go into a low resistance liquidity run to rip faster, because this is all manipulation, trapping retail in believing, hey, we're going short. They are placing their stop loss right above these swings. But we know that this is all against the higher time frame institutional order flow. The moment we purge previous day low, our eyes are instantly drawn towards the correlated market. Is that correlated market doing the same thing? If it's not, that's the first sign of, okay, there might be a reversal coming. But I'm not gonna long or short because I see, hey, we have SMT. No, I have to wait for CSD, because only after CSD, that's when SMT is validated. You cannot long based upon the idea, oh, I see a SMT forming, now we're gonna have SMR. No, you need to wait for the market to confirm your idea of turning around. Once that SMT is confirmed and you then indeed say, okay, we have daily SMT, that's external SMT then, we're now going to have a clean move against or in line with order flow. And now we're going to take a look. Okay, let's say you miss your entry down here. So this entry you missed, expansion, retracement, expansion. We know now, okay, this SIBI needs to function as support on the right side of the curve to basically continue higher. The market runs higher, manipulates lower, and then you see SMT forming right here. This SMT is now in line with order flow, so this tells you, hey, we're going to have another distribution lag coming. Price runs up, retraces, same thing, over and over again. This is the concept of how to use SMT on an intraday and on a higher time frame. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and then if I have enough likes, I will make it part 2 of this. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.